Hello there everybody, it's HeroicLegend here, and I am playing for you guys a game that frustrates me. No, it's not Dark Souls either, by the way. This is a Dark Soulsian-esque game called Salt and Sanctuary. You'll be feeling plenty of salt while playing it, I guarantee you, but there are moments where you do feel Sanctuary. And my sanctuary is now gone. Alright! Apparently, I'm trying not to flip my shit here. It's a little hard. Okay. Calm down, Heroic. I was going to show you my super upgraded character who had a lot of stuff and maybe let you guys see if you wanted to play this game or buy it as well. That plan has been scrapped because apparently my data did not transfer over properly. So we're going to make a new character for me to go through the game and try not to slip my wrist in the process. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to give him... We're going to make him super unshaven. I actually kind of want to give him an amber. I think the grasping ring is probably the best here. Although the crystal sphere might also help. Again, Dark Soulsian-esque game where there's a challenge. Magic only, hardcore mode, iron pot only, or only, naked, no blocking, no healing. We're not doing any of those. We're just going through like this. I am deeply upset, but again, this is for you guys to see. Let me just check something real quick. Info. Okay, so you block 100% slash, but not 100% strike. And the grafting ring, yeah, it's alright. Okay, again, unlike Dark Souls, this has a different story altogether. Stop being a bitch. As you can see, I have my stamina bar, which... I found the roll button again. Stamina bar, 2-hand or 1-hand. And you actually even have another one, a jump button. I know, legendary for Souls fans. You can, not only poise break these guys, but actually, you know, prevent them from doing things like, yeah, you can do your own parry. You get salt from that, you get gold as well, and both play very important parts. Yeah, he gets stabbed. These guys don't take much to parry break, as you've noticed. This game, although different than Dark Souls by a decent amount, still plays very much like a Souls game. It is very Souls-like, and I do enjoy it. I haven't touched it in a long time because I was afraid of this. Because when I did play it, this was before, like... Oh, I'm still alive. And now I'm dead. Was alive. That's the correct terminology we use here. Was alive. As you give a brief explanation of it, because it isn't random, you're going to see something quite different here. And I will explain that in a moment. Alright. What I've just obtained is the earthen vessel. aka my first, I guess you could say, item. These enemies here are the first you'll meet, and as you can see, based on Dark Souls 3, this game very much is an attack spam. It's attack spam. As you can see, we have. I'm sorry. I'm really trying my best, but like, oh, there's much salt here right now. But here's a main gameplay mechanic, and again, I probably will be playing a little bit more Salt and Sanctuary for you guys to see. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually play enough that you guys can see stuff. But so I'm gonna go here to show you guys the level up screen. This is what you level up by gaining. Well, first of all, you gotta level up by giving yourself some salt, but then you gain these orbs that you can use to help you figure out what build path you're going. And then, like in Dark Souls, you don't raise your abilities individually. You find the corresponding orb, I guess you could say, and then you level that up, and then based on that is what you do. You can also level up how much potions you carry, and of course people might see this as waste of a level up, but to be honest, you only get 3, and sometimes you don't even get more than that unless you do something special. I think, for my own sanity, I'll just be talking about this minor stuff. Making an offering. Now, with your sanctuaries, you can of course level up. It tells you how much salt you need, and it gives you a rough idea of how much you're going to have to grind if you choose to grind. The Waters of Blessing are your own healing, and every healing for each deity, for each thing that you get, does something different. It also depends on how quickly you eat it, too. See? Quick drink, and as you can see, I have the little recovery thing to show you that I'm healing slowly. Right? And again, each deity does a different thing. You can also toggle your second hand / your other weapon, and you can even have an extra little thing here, which is a charm. You have 4 ring slots. I'm going through my best to explain this stuff because I'm not playing it super seriously. There's quite a bit of platforming to it because it is 2D. Oh, this is where this guy died, I guess. Ah. Pouches of salt and shards. Pouches of salt effectively give you more salt. Oh. Whoops. Starting off fantastical. But, yeah, the red shards are your, I guess you could say your... You can... There is also, you know... Sorry. There's also the enemies can also easily... Okay, imagine Dark Souls 3 where you can't be... Where you have no poise. That's kind of the same thing here. Oh, I missed you. You can also do your own little parry. Any new item you get actually automatically goes to your equipment slot. And I think the more salt you have, the more you gain. It's a risk. It's a risk to have a lot of salt on you. It's a risk to be salty, you don't say. You're of course going to be managing your stamina and paying very much attention to where everything is around you and where you are spatially, or you're going to get messed up real quick. Try killing for salt. Ah! Oh yeah, I forgot. If you hold down the attack button, you do a more powerful attack. And actually, some enemies drop, as you just saw there, items. I'm gonna go quickly leave here for a second to go double check this stuff. You can check your items there. You can also just go to your up here for your inventory. So again, consumables and your earthen vessel, which is what you use to make sanctuaries out of empty spaces. Your armor, your weapons, your rings, key items, transmutation material items, and of course your brands. In here is the bestiary, something that is unique to this game. So as you can see, these are locked, but then we have things like this where it tells you about the boss, how many times you've died to it, and how many times you've slain it. if we continue on, we'll see the Rotten Walker, some form of drowned human rotted by time and weather. Many drowned things walk this island. You can see how many things it has left to drop, and if you want to farm it or not. And the same thing with this guy. The Marauder, you can also see, you can't see what they drop, and some enemies are just like there. You're never going to see them again, potentially. And those aren't all the enemies, because there's still quite a bit more, as you can see up there. Each area has, I do like it. And again, as I keep saying, there's, oh. Well, I guess this is the time where I parry this. Oh, a potato. You actually don't eat potatoes, you throw them. Yeah, another thing that's a bit of a pain in the ass is ranged enemies. Because if you want to stop what you're doing, you just go find a ranged enemy and let them take care of you. More salt. Good, because I have plenty of it. Can't wait to tell the Jammer about this fucking mess up. I knew I should have fucking tried my best to make sure I had this data. Oh, I just could have instant gipped him. For my own health, I'm gonna go heal up really quickly. Oh yeah, and as you stay in prolonged combat, you will start suffering slowly, so do keep an eye on how much damage you're taking. This game very much encourages you to be careful about your health. Ooh. Don't you ignore me. Oh yeah, you can also combo moves, because you do have a heavy attack as well. I know I'm saying a lot. I'm really trying not to, but just... do keep in mind I'm also trying to keep myself from, you know, going off the deep end. Oh. Sorry, I keep forgetting if there is a run button. Bella returns. This dog got glitched. Poor thing. Don't tell PETA. I'm upset. I'm very upset. There's quite a bit of salt that is to be had outside of this game. But after playing all this, I do hope you guys may seem a little bit interested. There's a lot of platforming going on because, you know, instead of... I can make that. There's a lot more, in place of, like, numerous enemies and such, there is platforming, there is, you know, carefully planning out things, knowing your route and everything, doing your best not to screw yourself over, you know, being very cautious about your health and what you're doing, and, you know, just... I'm sorry, just... It's basically, it's Dark Souls-like. So, you know, you fucking up means a lot. So don't fuck up. Easy for me to say. It's very brutal, too. I'm actually surprised no one has really given this game a shot, because I do know for a fact I would love to watch someone go through this game. You know, maybe pick up some tips myself. Because this is a little bit of a... You are very rude. Getting in my way like that. Oh, he's dead. Wait for it. He's alive? Cheeky bitch. Can't believe you lived that. You were supposed to die. Oh, and of course, we kick the ladder in this game too. Shortcuts are everywhere. I think the players that die in the castle are hung up there, so that's a little bit of a funny thing for the early area. I really do recommend checking out this game and perhaps purchasing it. It is fun. I guarantee you, if you're a Souls fan and you play this game, you will get your money's worth. I return here, and I do this because I want to make my offerings of a stone merchant and a stone cleric. Now, as you can see, 2 people have appeared. These guys change depending on who you have as your god. I will be taking this, actually. Do I have enough, actually? Yeah, I have enough. 1 blessed page, and... Again, things are expensive, but remember, you can grind your ass out if you really want to. Don't really care much for the kite shield. I might care for the mace. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to build this guy to be. You can talk to them. You can actually sell items to them, too, which is really nice. They can actually sell you salt, too. So if you're in a pinch to level up and you really want to, you can try. The Salt Seeker's Ring. Reveals location of law. That might be good to get. Now I'm going to show you the leveling up system. So, if you choose to level up, you can choose to what level you can ascend to by pressing Y or X. Because you may not want to spend all your salt at the same time. And you gain Black Pearls. Now, Black Pearls are used at the Tree of Skill. The Tree of Skill is basically what you can use, what you get, right? So at the moment, I only have a Sword Fighter level 1 and a Heavy Armor 1. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's just for Heavy Armor. No. For the most part, things will have a requirement for you to wear them. And of course, unlike in Dark Souls, you can actually see what, like how, you can see it in Dark Souls 2, but it's a little bit, this one tells you everything you're getting less of, without having to equip it, right? So you can, well, for the most part, I'm trying to compare these games too much, I'm sorry. But you also see the weight balance, the weight and balance, which is very important. Because balance actually does play a part in this. I'm actually just going to equip this because I don't have anything. Hides my bearded face. I think it is time I should check what I should be going for in terms of build path. And again, they're not going to trick you in this game. They're not. They lay out all this for you to look through and see where you want to be going. What's the ultimate thing you're going for? And they're going to tell you what it costs. Because not all the time it's going to cost 1. Though right now the best first move to make is this. And then after that, I think it would be best for... I want to say possibly strength? Hammers and axes. I think I had the most fun with a hammer. Although it might have been a pike. Need to see a little bit more. We're going to go for pike for now. We might go a sword fighter type build. So spears, reapers, and polearms. And it gives you a point of dexterity as well. So that's another good thing about this. It helps you unlock more weapons that your character can use without worry. And it allows you to do things like that. Again, this is going to be a little bit of a long episode. I'm going to show you everything for the most part. I don't want to leave much out. Again, combos in this game, so do your best to try and discover what combos your weapon does. I'm going to take a quick sip there. Might just also randomize who's hanging, to be honest. Oh, I missed something. How scrubby of me. Ah, throwing daggers. I guess you could say part of this is also me playing. You know, just trying to get back to my lost glory, which is actually super lost by this point. Right here, actually, is a little something. Effectively, it's for people. It's a mini bonfire, I guess you could call it. It allows you to start back there instead of, like, you know, having to worry much. You get your journey bottle there. There's a shortcut here, as well as an item. Mend. Oh, it's a cleric thing. That's right, it's healing. Red shard. It's always good to have an extra one of those. You can also customize this, so we're going to unequip these two. Grenade and Bless Page. Oh, the blacksmith, right. So that's another good thing. I'll show him off depending on if I live or die. It's probably going to be the other option there. Because here's the boss fight. The Sodden Knight. Oh shit. You're going to want to pay close attention to your foes in this. And you're going to have to utilize your jumps as well. Because you can get behind your enemies, and that helps out a lot better than, you know. Oh, shit. Buffs are super important here. Oh, shit. I got comboed. I beat him first time? Wow. I'm actually pretty fucking pleased with that, to be honest. I have a torch? Where did I get the torch? Fuck it. I beat the... Here's a perfect place to stop. Wouldn't you all agree? I beat the boss even though I expected to lose. I'll be quite honest with you. I honestly thought this was a loss. I was ready to just be like, I'm gonna lose to this boss. It's no biggie. Ow. I broke my legs! I am actually pretty happy to see my skill hasn't left me in this game. Because it is hard. It is hard. Don't let me, like... leave me alone. Enemies that follow you make my head... Enemies that follow you make me sad. Leave me alone. Whoop. Again, platforming skills. Eh. Later, bitches. Oh, I'm a lot more jovial now. Hey, good news, Heroic. All those skills that you thought were lost because, you know, you lost all your data are not actually lost. You big crybaby. Alright, so before I end this episode, I'll make the offering of the Stone Blacksmith, and I'll level up a bit. 2 more levels. I hope I can get myself a little bit more vigor. Is it vigor? It's not vigor. It's this horsey. The horsey is endurance. Yeah, maximum equipment load for endurance. I can get that, or I can get strength and help myself up there. I honestly think it is best to get endurance. Because more oh, and you can put pegs. There's numerous pegs into this. So, again, the leveling up is very deep. And it also kind of basically tells you how you're going to play. 7 strength, 7 endurance. That's a nice place to be at, to be honest. The blacksmith here, you can buy from him. He'll have weapons that you can and can't use, and again, these also depend on who your god is or your goddess. He'll have shield, and he'll even have armor. The most important thing is he can upgrade. However, to upgrade your equipment, all of them, you need a lock of hair and sometimes different things. But yeah, I want to thank you all for watching this and hopefully tuning in. This has been Salt and Sanctuary. This has been the new character, Heroic Legend. Part of the Devara's Light. Level 7. And beating the first boss without having to worry. I'll explain more in another episode, but until then, again, big thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Until the next video, I just want to say, laters.